For Carol Perea, establishing an effective partnership between her high school and local business was born out of a natural concern for the students of her school and the forests in her area. Carol grew up in the woods of Northern California. Her love of nature led her to approach members of the timber industry to work with her high school. The idea was simple: offer students the opportunity to meet the people who work in the woods and see what they do. She also felt the school could provide positive support to an industry that was misunderstood. With this vision, Sierra Pacific Industries, located in Anderson, California, was the perfect business to partner with. A strong and honest timber producing and forest management company, Sierra Pacific Industries wanted to help educate people about their business. The partnership began with field trips, small groups of about 15 students who would spend a day with a forester or wildlife biologist on Sierra Pacific lands, and then take a tour of the local mill to see the entire timber process. With more industry support, the field trips evolved into the educational in-woods demonstration they are today. The trips include a career focus as students meet foresters, biologists, silviculturists, equipment operators, fish and wildlife specialists, and college instructors. Students see how science, math, engineering, and research are all required elements applied in the timber industry. With great fortune, Anderson High School was able to secure a California Academic Partnership Program grant, or CAP grant, through the California State University system. The grant encourages educational partnerships and the alignment of curriculum to ease the transition from middle school to high school to college or post-secondary training, hoping to ultimately help all students achieve success after high school in a viable career area. With funding and facilitation from the CAP grant, Anderson High School began more serious work with Shasta Community College, as did Sierra Pacific Industry professionals. Business Input developed an understanding at the college level to add some new courses to meet timber industry needs and train people for in-demand careers. At the high school level, dual enrollment classes and new educational pathways were developed. Through dual enrollment, Anderson High School students are now able to complete 2 of the required classes in the natural resource pathway before they enter college. Shasta Community College staff has been outstanding in working with both industry partners and high schools to ensure student success in certificate and degree programs while addressing regional industry needs. These partnerships brought about change for everyone involved, positive and sustainable change.
The dual enrollment that we're doing with Anderson High School, they're able to take a college class at the high school, come in with that introductory class. So it gets them exposed to the class, it gets them to know a little bit more about the fact that we have the program here at Shasta College. And then when they get here, they've got 1 class done, they're already on a good start for being able to hopefully finish up and get a natural resources degree, and also see what a great field it is.
The change for us has been just the increase of students and seeing the need to expand our number of courses we offer, to expand the number of machines that we train on, and then the development of a new heavy forestry certificate, which should be online in about a year, that's going to meet the need of the logging industry in California.
As part of the CAP grant, we kind of reevaluated what we had been our history of how we'd been working together, and kind of looked at that to see, it's kind of, looking through a photo album, going through and seeing all kinds of things that we had done, and how really we had grown from something kind of smaller into something larger.
I think one of the major achievements has been developing college and career pathways, beginning with the middle school, through the high school, and allowing students to be fully successful at the college level.
Initially, we didn't know how many students were AG qualified. And so our school created a dashboard so we could monitor which students were AG qualified. But more importantly, we could see which students were not and how close they were to becoming AG qualified. And so that was a big challenge we overcome. And also just our geographic area, we're a rural school. The nearest school is about an hour and a half away, Ford University. And so we want to get our kids with a college-going atmosphere and attitude that they could go to college. So we develop a strong relationship with Shasta College to create more dual enroll classes to get them college-bound.
The purpose and intent of the California Demonstration Project is to give schools throughout the state of California an opportunity to develop three major elements. The first one really is some time to really get acclimated to offering the Common Core state standards. The second really is to develop a seamless transition between high school and post-secondary education. And the third really is to develop relationships or collaboration or a partnership from a regional perspective with respect to not only the high school, but its business partners and its community colleges and its four-year universities. Anderson High School really has taken advantage of all three of those particular elements of this particular project and has embraced not only each of those individual elements, but really has made it very unique so that it meets the needs of its community as well as for its region.
At Anderson High School, we started out at the beginning of our CAP grant with 2 dual enrolled courses. We're now up to 7. And that is an achievement because we have seniors now who can graduate with up to 24 college credits. And had we not been in the partnership we are in, we never would have created a natural resource pathway, which is now one of our strongest pathways at our school. And it's answering the concerns for the region when it comes to employment and viable careers. Because of our partnership, other agencies throughout the Sierra Nevadas from the Northern California down to the Visalia area are interested in educating the public about the opportunities in the forestry and timber industry. And that's exciting to me so that people will know it's still alive and we will be keeping our forests healthy for our children.
It isn't easy. We all have busy schedules, deadlines, obligations. It takes the right people who want to work together to better their schools, businesses, and community. Partnerships like this help meet all the stakeholders' needs. We need trees and healthy forests for survival of our species. The timber industry is devoted to educating people about their industry and about sustainable forestry and timber practices. At the same time, educators need to provide relevance to their academic instruction. Those in-woods field trips that started with 15 students now host over 800 students, teachers, and community members. It all started with the question, is there some way we can help each other?